couldn't have had it go a better way for you and the team tonight, Zahir. Career high rushing for you. Lots of seniors stepping up throughout the game, and you get that losing streak ended and get bowl eligibility.
It's always good to be the rivalry team. Everybody knew with this mindset that we had to come out fast, strong. It was a lot of seniors, 26 seniors that got honored today. So it was a honor, honestly, to go out on top.
You've been in Kalamazoo for a long time now. What were the emotions going through, before the game when you get to run out there to see your parents?
Uh, Bittersweet moment. Like it's possibly could be the last one. So it was a bittersweet moment. Spent the last couple years here, just taking it all in. So bittersweet moment.
No team is scoring until the final minutes there in the second quarter. You get that huge punt block from Ontario. How did that spark the team to get things going?
Just gave us the energy we needed. We knew after that they was going to be down a little bit, so we had to capitalize. So we went out, capitalized, and went down to score.
Probably the coldest game you've played in your career. I mean, just what was it like out there, and then standing on the sidelines and when you weren't in?
It's kind of fun. A lot of these opportunities don't come. A lot of these opportunities don't present themselves. Played in a Central Michigan versus Western Michigan game in 2022. It was cold and snow, so example like that, like those opportunities don't present themselves a lot. So you got to take full advantage of them. It's fun.
Those guys in front of you, pretty much all seniors as well. To see them help you out as much as they could with two running backs getting over 100 yards here in the final game. Just talk about the offensive line and those guys.
I love those guys, man. Honestly, I think I know we got the best offensive linemen. They come to work every day. They the same people every day. I love them guys from right to left. Like, love them guys to death. Hang out with them guys when we off the field, stuff like that, just building that bond, that chemistry. I love them guys to death. They work hard.
All right, thanks, Zahir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You've been here a long time, man. Damari, just talk about your emotions there, running through the tunnel, getting to go see your parents before the game starts.
Some unexplainable feeling. It's sad, excited, ready to get the job done. You get all your emotions in one, and I was just trying to keep those back and focus on getting this win tonight.
I mean, a lot of seniors stepping up. Obviously, the offensive line, Zahir on defense. You, Donald, BK with the clutch interception there. How important was it for you guys to come together and have your best game tonight?
Because coach has been talking all week about the defense. We haven't had a full game yet where we played all out, and this week we were just taking it one play at a time and telling each other we just need to go out there and give it all we have, give it all we got. No thinking, take the thinking out of it, and just fly around. And I feel like that's what we did today.
Coach brought up in his post-game speech how it really looked like you guys were having fun out there, even in the cold and the snow. How good did it feel to be playing like that?
Oh, it's a feeling. It's contagious. It's what you need playing football. And Coach hit on it. Like we kind of got away from having fun with it and it's a such thing as being too locked in on what you're doing and just forgetting about the little things. Like having fun it's one of the little things that people forget about playing football. And
defense is doing its job well in the first half, and then Ontario gets that huge punt block that kind of sparks the offense. Just from your point of view, how big was that moment?
Oh, it was everything. We always need momentum plays like that, and we haven't done a lot of those this year. So us making a play like that, Ontario making a play like that, we got to get excited. We got to capitalize off of it. It's great for us.
All right, thanks, Damari.
Thank you.
Coach will start with an opening statement on today's win, and then a couple of questions.
So proud of those group of men, that group of men in the locker room, our coaches, our staff, our players. what they did today, how they responded to adversity in the last 3 games where we had not played very well, had not played our very best. I challenged them this week to come out and play with great joy and passion, but then also to be the most physically dominant team on the field. And I'm so proud of the way that they showed up when everybody was doubting us, when everybody was disappointed and frustrated and, wanting to point fingers. The men in that locker room stayed together, and, really proud of everybody in the organization in terms of how they showed up this week with the right intentions. It's hard with 18 to 22-year-olds to reset and refocus after you have a couple of tough losses. You lose to Central Michigan, and everybody wants to point the finger. Those players are hearing it, and they hear everything that people say. But I just want to, say how proud I am of that. We showed up in a rivalry game with great intensity. I appreciate Coach Creighton and how he runs his program. I told him that before and after the game. He's really been the model of consistency in this league, just in terms of what he's done, how he's built that program, 3 straight bowl games, and really has turned that program around. And they always show up and are tough to battle. And we knew that they were going to give us a 4-quarter game. So really proud of, offensively, defensively, and special teams. I thought we made plays in all 3 phases. We'll talk about those guys, specifically in each phase that really made plays. But again, just couldn't be more proud of a group. And, Snow Bowl today to go bowling, to get to 6-6, to keep the Michigan Mac Trophy was huge, to finish strong in front of our family and friends, and then to honor our 26 seniors who today was senior day, to really represent them well and their families and all that they've sacrificed for this program really meant a lot to me, and I just want to tell them thank you, and really just super proud of this group and how they showed up today.
2 very huge momentum plays, both coming on special teams. Ontario with the block punt, and then Joey Pope recovering that pop-up kick. How did that kind of jumpstart things for the offense?
Well, I think it really jump-started our team. When you look at the first half with the weather conditions, both offenses, our offense and Eastern, were struggling to really put anything together in terms of consistency or momentum. And those 2 plays were huge. I mean, you talk about Ontario's block punt. I was on the opposite end of that last year when he was at Iowa, and he blocked one of our punts. And I've been talking about it for a year and a half now. So I was happy to see it in the brown and gold for the Broncos. It was awesome, and I tell you, a really heads-up play by their punter, because he saves a touchdown by kicking it out of the back of the end zone. It just wound up being a safety, but it really jump-started us. I think in the last 6 minutes of the first half, we scored 16 points, which really gave us a ton of momentum going into the locker room, which was huge. I mean, it was critical for us and really jump-started us. And then you talk about the great kick by Kel Allaire on kickoff. We really were running what we call pop right, and we're really trying to pop it over their head. They put it on the ground, and we were able to go recover it. I think Joey Pope recovered that, which was huge. Really proud of Joey and, Kel Allaire in terms of, what they did right there. But it really jump-started us. I thought defensively we played really well. When you talk about limiting the number 1 offense in the league, number 1 passing offense in the league, to 91 pass yards is huge. BK had an interception. We had 7 total defensive pass breakups, which is always huge when you're playing the top passing team and passing quarterback in the league. We had 3 turnovers on defense, which was critical, and or 3 turnovers between defense and special teams, which was critical. And we got back to playing us. We ran the football on offense. We had 230 yards rushing, 356 total yards. But I really challenged our team this week with, let's get back to being us and the process of what it takes to go 1-0. And we have to be physical, and that's really what we've hung our hat on, all year. And we have to take the ball away and play complementary football. And I thought we did that today. And, just for our guys to respond to the adversity of losing 3 straight games and their backs against the wall, really knowing what was at stake in this game, for them to come out the way that they did and respond, I couldn't be more proud of a group. But really, it took all 3 phases to win this football game, and it really took 60 minutes.
The offensive phase, can you just talk about the play of Zahir and the offensive line, which is pretty much all made up of seniors?
Zahir, a.k.a. Oldie, better known as Oldie. Everybody loves him. I tell you what, he had 135 yards on the ground. He had 2 total touchdowns. He had the huge screen pass for a touchdown right at the end of the first half. I thought he played his best game. He had a ton of career highs for us. So proud of him and what he's meant. I mean, he really just has been a great teammate. He's been a great leader by his work ethic and just showing up every single day. We've asked him to do a lot of the dirty jobs a ton, and he just plays his role and shows up every single day and doesn't complain. And that's a great life lesson for all of us. When you just show up and you don't complain about what you're not getting, but you just maximize the opportunities that you get, and you're a great teammate, and it's about everybody else and not about yourself, great things happen for those people in football and in life. And we need more of these type of guys. We got a bunch of them, but I mean, Oldie is a great example for all of us in life. When you're not getting what you want, just keep working, putting your head down, being a great teammate, being selfless, and good things happen to those who wait. Perseverance, I talked about it, last night in the team meeting. Perseverance, when you're going through hell, keep on going. Success is not final, okay? Neither is failure. It's the courage to continue, and that's what this group did. So Oldie played great, and then I really challenged our O-line with we had not run the ball the last couple of weeks the way that we did the first 9 games of the season. And we had a goal on offense to rush for over 200 yards today. And we said if we rushed for over 200 yards, we would win the game. We had 230 rushing yards today. And, when you talk about the play of Jake Gideon, Addison West, 2 of the top linemen in the country, but absolutely in our league, so proud of them. But, you've also got Teddy Cushy, who's played so well. You've got Jake Hofer and Quinn Murphy, who have played excellent for us, and then Jack Sherwin, who also, all of those guys have come in and played really well for us. Really, we had 6 guys who really started at 5 positions and rotated. I just want to give all of those guys a shout out. Chad Schuster came in as our jumbo O-lineman, tight end, towards the second half of the season when our tight ends got banged up. Really proud of that O-line and our tight ends. I mean, when you look at Boz and Tootle, the way that they stepped up, man, so proud of really all of that group. And, I can't say enough great things about this group of men and how they've responded and how they've continued to just show up and work. And, we've taken the next step and we've got to continue to grow, but they've really raised the standard. I'll forever be thankful for what they've done, and they've really set us on a great trajectory here.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, and go Broncos.